What is going on, YouTube? I've been asked to do this video a little bit now, and I'm finally getting around to it, giving you guys what you want, because you're never satisfied and you're always asking for more. This is my gym bag. This is the one that I got from the Strongest Man on Earth competition in 2023 this year. Obviously, it's mine because it's engraved, embroidered, whatever, with the best possible name you can actually have, Singleton. So I thought it would be really cool to go over what I keep in my gym bag on my person every day when I go to the gym. It's pretty much just everything that I need to get through a hard, heavy, and intense training session, doing all my accessories, and then finishing with all of my cardio like I do throughout the day. So let's get into it. First things first, right here on the inside, I keep my mouth guard. My mouth guard, it's what I wear for when I'm doing all of my events or my heavy sets, my heavy weights, pretty much just something for me to bite down on. It gives me a little bit of extra, and also it prevents me from destroying my teeth, because when I bite hard. Then we've got, this is my liquid chalk. I always carry this with me because at Southside, when I train, I always have access to chalk, regular chalk, but when I travel and I go to commercial gyms and stuff like that, it's very 50-50 on whether or not I'll have access to chalk, and it always helps to have chalk on you to help grip the bar, grip the weights, implements, whatever. Just more of a precautionary than anything else, but I always keep that with me too. Then we have two different kinds of smelling salts. These are both very high intensity. These are both very strong. They are from my sponsor Zone, and obviously you can tell I get some mileage out of this one. I believe this one's been run over by a truck outside. It's also been thrown on the ground really hard after I hit it, more times than I can even think of. So it's seen better days, but damn thing's almost a year old and it's still kicking. It's still really strong and it works. So not getting rid of that anytime soon. And I always have that with me because you never know when you need to hit something super heavy. Next, I've got a pair of my compression shorts. These are the shorts that I wear whenever I'm doing any kind of a strongman event. They are really good at giving me a little bit of extra support in my hips. They also keep my hips warm, helps me prevent injury, and all in all, it's just kind of like a staple for any time that I am competing or I am training really hard, doing something really heavy. Always wearing my compression shorts. Gummy bears, a staple for any strength athlete, strongman, powerlifting, maybe even a CrossFitter. I know they like their tofu and vegetables and all that stupid shit, but if they need a little bit of extra blast of sugar, always have some kind of sugar on me, and gummy bears are just, they're my personal preference. It's quick, just take a handful, shove them into your face, and then go back to lifting the heavy weights and scaring everybody else in the gym. These are my barefoot shoes. These are a size 16 because they didn't go up to 17, which is what I wear, so they're a little snug. But I like to wear these. They are flat-footed. They have almost no sole at all, and they are really actually good at keeping me stable when I'm doing any kind of an overhead press movement. These are just my overhead pressing shoes. It helps me stay stable, and it helps me throw really heavy and ungodly amounts of weight over my head into the atmosphere. So there's that. My deadlift suit. This is the Inzer T-Rex squat suit. I know, ironic, but I swear I didn't get it for the name. I only got it because it's the same type of deadlifting suit that Eddie Hall used when he pulled his 500 kilogram deadlift, and that's why I have it. I always keep this with me because my training mixes up a lot between using a deadlift suit and not using a deadlift suit. About 50-ish% of the competitions that I do throughout my competition season will allow me to use a deadlift suit, and I have pretty much figured out how to use it and how to get the most out of it. I've pulled 1,000 pounds twice in this deadlift suit, so it's holding up really well. And like, I like to, when I have a competition coming up that allows me to use a deadlift suit, that is, I like to train in my deadlift suit. It helps me get used to the compression, because essentially this is like wearing a straight jacket around your torso and hips, and it's super uncomfortable. I'm not even totally confident that I can still have kids, but I always use it and I always keep it on me anyway. The lifting belt, obviously my SBD 3-prong lever belt. I take this with me everywhere that I go because you'll never know when you'll need it. I wear this for a lot. Most of my strongman stuff, pretty much the only time that I'm not wearing it when I think about it is actually when I do stones. And obviously on the inside, I've got all of my wins, my best placing at World's Strongest Man. There's my first 1,000-pound deadlift. Obviously, there's my name. And I plan on, once there is no more room to put any more of my notches in my belt, I am going to hold a auction, and all of the money that I get from said auction will be donated to a charity. So I'm looking forward to winning a bunch more titles, but I'm also looking forward to selling this essentially and using the money and donating it to a good cause. So my water jug, this that is littered with stickers because I am a gigantic child. Yeah, this is just my water jug. I'm always hydrated. I'm always tracking my water. I'm on like 2.5, 3 gallons of water every day right now in the middle of competition season. So it's a really good way. This is, I believe, 64 ounces. So it's a really good way for me to keep track of how much water I need to take in. So I have that on me pretty much all the time. Here's my massage gun. This is the special gun that we were given at the Strongest Man on Earth and the Shaw Classic. If you can see right there, there's Brian's little logo right there. I love this thing. It's a great way for me to get warmed up in the gym, helps break up some of that lactic acid, massages the muscles a little bit, gets you warm, and gets you ready to go after all of your strongman and heavy training. I love this thing. I carry this thing with me not only in the gym, but I also take this back to my place and I'll massage any sore part of my body. This is just a form of my recovery that I do. I'm always doing some form of recovery because strongman, as you know, you can tell just by looking at me, it ages you horribly, and it also breaks down your body, so it's good to do as much preemptive recovery work as you possibly can, so you're not sidelined for 6 months with an injury. I've been there multiple times. Fucking sucks. This is my tripod. Obviously, it's like 30 bucks on Amazon. I pretty much just, every time that I'm training, no matter where I'm going, I always like to videotape all my sets, because if I'm not with my coach, Adam, I will send them to him for any kind of a form or critique or anything like that. Not to mention, I also like to go into the bathroom and take my shirt off and just look at my sexy ass body. So I like to take a picture, track my progress, thirst pictures, all of that good stuff. I always keep my Southside T-Rex hat on me. This is what I train with. This is what I do most of my interviews with, and I like to keep a spare one on me just in case, because especially if I'm competing, I just like to chuck this into the crowd for a lucky fan. And yeah, I always have a spare in my bag ready to go. I can't be seen without it, because then you'll see my bald spot. There's my Evolution Athletics soft belt. Highly recommend one of these if you do not have one. I wear this underneath my hard belt for, again, most of my strongman exercises and my heavy lifting. It's just extra lumbar support, it's extra back support, and honestly, it's one of the most important things in my entire gym bag. I love that thing, and it's worn out for a reason, because I use it all the time. There's my variety of knee sleeves and elbow sleeves. I have them in, these are all of my SBD sleeves. These are the Eclipse, and I forget what the name of the other one was. It was the all black one. So there's all black, and then there's black and white, because those are the only colors that I wear. As you can see, I don't wear anything else. I don't deviate, because it just makes me look sexy as fuck. Ugh. And we have a variety of cuffs. These are the things that I will use over top of my elbow and knee sleeves. They are added support for my brachialis muscle on my elbows, or tendon, excuse me, and then the tendons, my patella tendons in my knees. It's just extra support. Again, with strongman heavy lifting, it really breaks down your body and it really pushes you to your limit. And this is more of a supportive / preemptive, like just trying to prevent injury, giving my body as much support as it can possibly get, so that way I don't have to sit on the sidelines with an injury. Again, I've been there a couple of times. It's not fun. I hate myself for sitting on the couch, and let's try to avoid that at all costs. I've got all of my supplements on me. These are my pre-workouts, my creatine. There's aminos and BCAAs in there. Every single workout, I take these depending on how intense the workout is going to be. It varies how much pre-workout I take. If it's going to be a really intense day, I'm doing a lot of events, I'm going to need the energy for it. Not only am I going to double up on my breakfast or my food, but I'm also going to be double or tripling up on my pre-workout. Keeps me awake, keeps me alert. It helps me throughout my workout, and it just makes everything a little bit easier. My deadlift straps. I have 3 different kinds of deadlift straps. I have my figure 8s, and then I have my 2 regular straps, one from Evolution Athletics and one from Silverback. These are pretty much, again, it really does depend on which competition I'm doing and getting ready for. Personal preference is, you're pretty much the strap that you use is pretty much a personal preference. I like to use figure 8s. I've figured out how to use them, whether it be for axle, barbell, whatever. I've figured out how to use them properly, and I really enjoy the security of it. There is no dropping it with a figure 8, but I carry all of these around with me because whether you're allowed to use figure 8s in the pro circuit really depends on which competition you're doing. So I like to have all of them on me, and I like to have 2 different kinds of regular straps just to give myself a little bit of a variety. They're made out of different materials and they have different feels. So I keep them both on me, and I pretty much just pick the day of deadlifting, warming up, and all of that good stuff. I like to just pretty much just choose what to work with on that day if I can't use my figure 8s. My SBD wrist wraps, I carry 2 pairs of wrist wraps because not only do I like to be prepared, I have a motto that I live by when it comes to training and competing. I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I bring two different pairs of wrist wraps with me. I prefer to use my all black ones, again, just because I'm super dark and mysterious like that. But I also like to have extra pairs on me just in case I lose those, I can't find those, or I show up to a competition. And this does happen a lot because in the pro circuit, travel a lot, and airlines aren't necessarily known for having the best service when it comes to making sure you get your bag 100% of the time. So I bring more than 1 pair of wrist wraps with me, not only for myself, but if I show up to a competition and somebody's luggage doesn't show up, at least I have a couple of spares of some things in my bag that I can help them out with, and they can use that during the competition. So I know I'm a humanitarian like that. And last but not least, in my gym bag, I carry around a pair of Pro Lock collars. Again, this is more of a traveling thing than anything else. At Southside, we have 1.5 million different kinds of Pro Locks. We have different collars and all of that good stuff. But this is more of a traveling thing. Let's say I'm on the road, I'm doing a special appearance, I'm doing any kind of meet and greet, something like that, and I'm just stopping into a commercial gym to get a quick workout in to make sure that my training schedule stays consistent. Commercial gyms are not known for their collars being good at all because they suck and they're cheap and they break very, very easily if they even hold the weights onto the bar at all. So I'm never caught in that situation because I always keep these on me. I am always prepared. I like to always have all of my stuff ready to go. I like to show up to competitions, to training, knowing that I am covered on all bases and that everything is ready to go. I always have my stuff on me. And here's a pro tip for you too, for all of those new competitors and strongmen that are just getting into competing for the first time. If you're traveling, flying to a competition, your gym bag with all of your lifting gear needs to be your carry-on. It needs to be your carry-on because you can show up to the competition with just your lifting gear and compete. But if you check this, and your backpack's got all your clothes in it, well, now you're showing up to the competition with a couple of different changes of clothing, but no lifting gear. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy because now you're fucked because you're using equipment that you're not used to, and you're also stressing about the fact that all of your gym stuff is now gone and you don't even know when you're going to get it. So gym bag, carry on. Remember that. All right, guys. So that's pretty much what I carry around with me on a daily basis. I always keep it thrown in my trunk, so I always have it on me no matter where I'm going. I'm always prepared. I am always ready to go. I keep everything in my gym bag or in my trunk, and when I travel, this is always on me. I don't lose sight of this at all until I get to my hotel room. And yeah, that's pretty much the T-Rex's version of what is in my gym bag. So if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and until the next one, T-Rex Kingdom, baby.